You ever notice how people with cats treat them like tiny, furry dictators? Yeah, we need to talk about that. Meet David. He's 34, software engineer, lives alone in a one-bedroom apartment, and right now he's having a full conversation with his cat. The cat's name is Mr. Whiskers. Mr. Whiskers does not care. David just got home from work, exhausted. He opens the door, and there's Mr. Whiskers sitting in the middle of the hallway, staring. Not meowing, not purring, just staring. David immediately drops to his knees. "Hey, buddy, did you miss me? Were you a good boy today?" Mr. Whiskers blinks. Once. Slowly. That's it. David acts like he just got a standing ovation. He walks to the kitchen, opens a fresh can of premium cat food, the expensive kind, costs more per ounce than David's own lunch. He places it carefully in Mr. Whiskers' bowl. Mr. Whiskers sniffs it, looks up at David with pure disgust, and walks away. David stands there, holding the can, questioning his entire existence. What did I do wrong? Now Mr. Whiskers is sitting on the couch, on David's spot, the spot David has sat in for 3 years. David knows the rules. He sits on the floor. Welcome to cat ownership, where you're not the owner, you're the staff. So what's happening in David's brain? Why does he accept this treatment? Why does he feel joy when a creature actively ignores him? When you interact with a cat, your brain releases oxytocin, the bonding hormone, the same one that fires when you hug a loved one or hold a baby, except the cat doesn't care. And somehow, that makes it better. See, dogs, easy. A dog sees you and loses its mind. Unconditional love, constant validation. Boring. Cats are a challenge. When Mr. Whiskers finally decides to sit on David's lap after 3 hours of ignoring him, David's brain explodes with dopamine. He earned that. Intermittent reinforcement. Same trick that makes gambling addictive. You never know when the reward is coming, so when it does, it feels incredible. Your cat trains you like a lab rat, and you love it. There's also the baby schema effect. Big eyes, small face, high forehead. Your brain sees a cat and thinks baby, even though that baby just knocked your phone off the counter, on purpose while making eye contact. Your brain doesn't care. It says, protect the baby. And you do. You forgive everything. Here's the kicker. Studies show cat owners have higher emotional intelligence. Dogs tell you exactly what they want. A cat communicates through vibes. You have to decode it. Is that slow blink affection, or is he planning your murder? You'll never know, but you've learned to live with uncertainty. That makes you a better person, or at least a more paranoid one. Then there are the behaviors that make zero sense to outsiders. David, a grown man, respected at work, suddenly enters baby voice mode. "Who's a handsome boy? You're so handsome. Yes, you are." His voice goes up 3 octaves. No shame. Mr. Whiskers deserves to know he's handsome, even if he's licking his own butt. Photo obsession. David has 4,000 photos on his phone. 3,700 are Mr. Whiskers. Sleeping, sitting, staring at walls, existing. Everyone is unique. Dedicated Instagram account, 12 followers. Daily posts. Captions like, just vibing, or he's judging you. Engagement, terrible. Doesn't matter. Mr. Whiskers deserves documentation. Negotiation at 3 a.m. Mr. Whiskers wants to play. Zooming, knocking things over, yowling. David is awake, obviously. Instead of anger, he reasons with a cat. "Buddy, please, I have work tomorrow. Can we play in the morning?" Mr. Whiskers knocks the water glass off the nightstand. Slow motion. Shatters. Eye contact. David gives up and plays. Lost to a 6-pound walnut-brained animal. Furniture sacrifice. New leather couch. Mr. Whiskers decides it's a scratching post. David bought 5 scratching posts, none used. Only the couch. David could stop him. Spray bottles exist. training exists, but when he sees Mr. Whiskers stretching on the couch, satisfied, David thinks he deserves this. The couch is shredded, vintage distressed, not really, accepted. Sleeping positions. Mr. Whiskers sleeps on the keyboard, in the hallway, on David's face. David adjusts his life around it, holds uncomfortable positions for an hour, arm asleep, needs bathroom, doesn't move. Cat is happy. That's what matters. Neck problems. Doctor asks why. Cat was on me. Doctor nods knowingly. Why is this normal? Cats don't need you, not like dogs. A dog dies for you. A cat will outlive you and eat your face if you die alone, but that independence is why people love them. When a cat chooses to be near you, genuine, not because you feed them, not because they're programmed to love humans, just because in that moment they decided you're tolerable. Feel special. Cat owners are often more introverted, comfortable with solitude. Cats teach companionship doesn't have to be loud. Mr. Whiskers doesn't need constant entertainment. David learns that's enough. You don't have to perform to be cared for. You can just be, even if someone knocks your coffee over on purpose. Cat owners report lower stress levels. Ironic, cats are agents of chaos, yet calming when purring on your lap. Acceptance of chaos. You can't control a cat. You learn to let go. Maybe that makes you more relaxed, or maybe just gaslit by an animal. Either way, happier. Here's the truth. People who love cats aren't just cat lovers. They've accepted that affection doesn't have to be easy. Love doesn't have to be convenient. Best relationships aren't the ones where you're in charge. Dogs love unconditionally. Cats make you earn it. After a long day, managing people, making decisions, David needs something that doesn't care, demands nothing, exists on its own terms, chooses him anyway, even if only 15 minutes before going back to ignoring him. Humans are obsessed with being needed. Cats teach the opposite. You're not essential, you're optional, and that's freeing. No pressure, no expectations, just existing alongside another creature also existing. One knocks things over, one cleans up, both pretending it's normal. David in bed, Mr. Whiskers curled up next to him, not on him, close enough to feel warmth, far enough to maintain independence. David reaches out, pets him. 30 seconds of affection, then betrayal. Somehow, perfect. Chaos chosen, never the boss. Joy in being tolerated. Best love? Doesn't make sense. Bites, purrs, ignores, sits on laptops, makes you question sanity, yet keeps you sane. At the end of the day, not just living with a cat, living with a reminder you can't control everything and maybe shouldn't try. Best moments? Unplanned. A small creature decides you're worth sitting next to, even for 2 minutes. That's enough. If you don't have a cat, probably happier. Furniture intact, sleep through the night, disposable income, but you'll never know the joy of being chosen by something that doesn't have to choose you. Missing out. Or lucky. Depends on the day, and whether it knocked your coffee. Welcome to cat ownership. Never in charge, and wouldn't have it any other way. Even when you absolutely